change in physical ability. Despite their hours of training and no matter what other sports they play, nothing can prepare our contestants for the sheer hell of the 2010 Kyrpton Factor assault course. The hill, the water tank, the raft pool, it's all designed to be the most brutal full-body workout of their lives. So Emily goes off first. She was second in her heat 2 weeks ago, so she should be feeling confident. And at 24, she does have an age advantage over the guys, but she just doesn't know how good they're going to be. As she leaves the platform across the lake, how's the landing? Textbook, looking very strong. And the boys are off, driving with the thighs up the pole. There doesn't seem to be anything between them as they reach the platform. But it's Pete who gets away on the zipline first, followed by our self-confessed big old grey bloke, Malcolm. Pete is determined to do better than his third place in the heat. Pete is away and clear before Chris has even come into land. Struggling with that clip's not going to help. Pete only just scraped through to the semi-finals as the highest scoring runner-up, but from what we've seen so far on the show, it's only made him more focused on success. Chris bringing up the rear there. Emily's going to have to get a move on through the logs. Here comes Pete. Chris has stormed up the inside to take Malcolm. He had a bad start, but he's certainly making up for it now. Pete fastest through the logs. And he's starting to close the gap on Emily. Now it's Malcolm who's trailing. Watch out, Emily. Here comes Pete. And he's taken her. That's the lead. I have a feeling Pete's been training since the heat.
Keep it going.
So into the rat runs. Very strong up that rat run. And Chris looks like he could be threatening for second. He's just behind Emily. She's on her knees. Pete is clear. Emily has just managed to beat Chris to the top. But she's not going to hold him off any longer. And he's coasted into second. Malcolm is still in touch, just. Energy consultant Pete powering ahead now. Oh, it's going to take a better jump than that to catch him. Dr. Emily refusing to give up on this race. I wonder what her heart rate is now. And that leap from Malcolm means all four competitors are on the net at the same time. We've never had a closer race than this. But it's Pete who has the advantage as he approaches the tank. Now he had problems with the balance beam in his heat. And he's got more now, he's off. That could be costly. Look, here comes Chris, second attempt. This looks better. And he's rushed it, he's gone again. He has completely squandered his lead. And Malcolm's overtaking Emily down the hill. At the beam, who can stay on? Third time lucky for Pete, but Chris is right with him. Both of them struggling in that freezing water. Pete had the race in the bag, he's thrown it away, and Chris is certainly coping with the water better. He's taken the lead. In his heat, Malcolm came from nowhere to take third place. Are we seeing the start of his comeback? Chris has the edge, but Emily's not out of this yet. And Chris races away. Pete, is he paying for going out too hard, too fast? Chris is at the rafts and he's away. Just behind Pete, you can see that's the comeback kid, Malcolm. You know he's strong on the rafts, but has he left his charge too late? This is where the race will be decided. It's too close to call just yet. Chris is right at the front of his raft. Pete is at the back, pushing the prow out of the water, which should make it go faster. And it seems to be working. He's catching Chris. Pete's pulling into the lead, and Chris needs to watch out because here comes Malcolm. Pete edging closer to the bank. He gets there first, looking very strong. Look at Malcolm, this is an incredible comeback. They've both given absolutely everything, but who's going to find that last 2%? It's going to be a sprint to the line. Who's got the strength to come in first? It's Pete who takes the 10 points. Well done. Little look over his shoulder. Malcolm knows he's done it. He's delighted. An amazing comeback. Chris has thrown it away, gutted with third place. And finally, Emily, a truly gutsy run. She stayed with the boys throughout the race. She's going to finish in style, but all that sweat, all that pain, and only 2 points. Congratulations to all 4 of you. First things first, though, Peter, what a victory.
Yeah.
How difficult was it?
Unbelievably difficult. Felt harder, was more exhausted.
You had a great lead, you got onto the balance beam, you did everything you could to lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, you hit the raft in first position.
I did, yes.
You weren't just run down by Pete, though. Malcolm came from nowhere.
I know. Well, I hand it to Malcolm. Sort of after watching that game, he came from a very long way back, so he did really well on the raft.
I have to say, Malcolm, you describe yourself as a late starter.
Well, one of the medics said to me, he looked at my grey hair, he said, with age comes a bit of wisdom. He said, remember the tortoise and the hare, so...
Emily, great performance by you as well. It just seemed like the upper body strength meant that you couldn't quite compete at the end.
Yeah, I could see them pulling ahead of me and I just couldn't quite catch up.
But you were a worthy opponent. All 4 of you did an absolutely brilliant job. Congratulations. But for now, let's hear it for our race winner, Pete.